I never thought a text message could change the way I saw my wife. It was late, close to midnight, when her phone buzzed on the nightstand. I wasn't snooping. I wasn't even suspicious at that point. I had just woken up for a glass of water, but the screen lit up and I saw his name. Mr. Callahan. Boss. A second message came through before the screen dimmed again. I can't stop thinking about last night. You were incredible. Froze. My throat went dry, my mind blank. Emily stirred beside me, her breathing steady, calm, as if the world wasn't about to collapse around us. For a full minute I just stood there, staring at that glowing screen. Was this what I thought it was? Or was it my sleep-deprived brain twisting something innocent into poison? Picked up the phone. No passcode change. No attempts to hide. I opened the thread. And that's when I felt the floor disappear beneath me. Emily and I had been married for 7 years. We met in college, both broke and struggling, eating ramen noodles and sharing thrift store blankets in our tiny studio apartment. I believed our bond was forged in fire. We survived layoffs, family drama, even infertility treatments that nearly broke us financially and emotionally. Through it all I thought we were partners. But scrolling through that chat, it felt like I was reading a love story that didn't include me. Messages about secret hotel rooms during late meetings, pictures I didn't want to see, and worse, words of affection she hadn't said to me in months. One message stabbed deeper than the rest. You make me feel alive in ways my husband never could. The next morning I didn't confront her. Not right away. Instead I went through the motions. Made coffee. Kissed her cheek as she sleepily mumbled. Have a good day. I wanted to scream. I wanted to throw the mug against the wall and demand the truth. But something inside me whispered, wait. Don't give her the chance to lie before you know everything. So I waited. I started watching her closely. The late nights at work, the sudden expensive perfume, the lingerie I hadn't seen her wear for me. It all lined up. I even called her office once, pretending to ask about a document. Oh, she just stepped out with Mr. Callahan, the receptionist chirped. Should I have her call you back? Stepped out where? To dinner. To his hotel. My stomach twisted with every unanswered question. 2 weeks later I couldn't hold it in anymore. It was a Friday night. She came home late again, hair tousled, a faint trace of cologne that wasn't mine lingering on her blouse. She smiled like everything was normal, but I saw it. Guilt behind her eyes. Long night. Yes. Yeah, she said too quickly. Quarterly review meeting ran over. You know how it is. I set down my fork and looked at her. Really looked at her. Who is he, Emily? The color drained from her face. What? Don't insult me. I know about you and Callahan. Her lips parted, a weak tremble. James, it's not what you think. Really? I pulled out my phone and placed it on the table. Her text. The hotel receipts I found on our joint account. The nights she told me she was working late while I sat home reheating leftovers. She didn't cry. That was the worst part. She just deflated, like a balloon losing air. Over the next hour, the truth came out in jagged, reluctant pieces. Started 6 months ago. Business dinners turned into private drinks. Compliments turned into touches. She said he made her feel valued, seen, wanted. And I didn't. Asked my voice raw. You did, she whispered. You always did. But it was different with him. It felt exciting. I laughed, but there was no humor in it. Exciting. That's what you call betrayal now. Her eyes welled up. I didn't mean to hurt you. I slammed my fist against the table. You did hurt me. You didn't trip and fall into his bed, Emily. You chose this. Over and over again. She looked away, and that silence between us said everything. She wasn't sorry for what she'd done. She was sorry for getting caught. The next few days blurred together. I moved into the guest room. I stopped answering her texts at work. My appetite vanished. At night, I'd lie awake wondering where I went wrong. Was I boring? Predictable? too focused on paying bills and keeping the lights on to notice my wife slipping away. Then the anger came. Not just at her, but at the sheer audacity. Because while I was drowning in self-doubt, she still went to work every day, laughing with him, probably texting under the conference table. And when I finally told her I wanted a divorce, do you know what she said? "James, don't make this harder than it has to be. We can fix this. Couples survive affairs all the time." I stared at her like she'd lost her mind. Fix this. The woman who told another man she'd do things for him she'd never do for her husband, now wanted to patch things up, because she was afraid of losing her comfortable life? The papers were filed within a week. She begged me not to tell anyone. "It'll ruin my reputation," she pleaded. "My parents, my friends, the church. James, please. Keep this between us." But why should I carry her secret like a disease eating me alive? I didn't blast it on social media. I didn't scream it in the streets. But when her parents asked why their daughter was moving out, I told them. When her friends wondered why I looked like I hadn't slept in a month, I told them too. Truth has a way of traveling on its own. The fallout was brutal. Her parents were furious. Not at me but at her. Her mother called me in tears, apologizing for how she raised a daughter who could do that to someone who loved her. Her workplace caught wind of it too. Callahan was married. His wife filed for separation after she saw the same messages I did. Emily called me one night, voice trembling. "You didn't have to ruin me, James." I closed my eyes, gripping the phone so hard my knuckles turned white. "I didn't ruin you, Emily. You did that all by yourself." Divorce is not just paperwork. It's waking up in a half-empty bed. It's deleting the playlists you made together. It's finding her hair tie under your car seat and feeling your throat close. There were moments I almost called her. Almost forgave her. 7 years is a long time to throw away. But every time I pictured her whispering those things to him, the things she never whispered to me, I remembered why I couldn't. Months later I ran into her at the grocery store. She looked smaller somehow. Her hair was flat, her eyes dull. She forced a smile. "James, you look good." He nodded. "I'm doing better." She glanced around like the shelves might swallow her whole. "Everyone thinks I'm a monster now. You got what you wanted." I set my basket down. "No, Emily. I wanted a wife who didn't treat our marriage like a waiting room until something more exciting came along." She flinched. And for the first time I saw it. Not defiance, not guilt, but the crushing weight of a choice she couldn't take back. Do I still love her? Some days I hate how much I wish I didn't. But love without respect is just a wound that never heals. And trust. That's the bone she broke so many times it turned to dust. I've started over. Therapy. New routines. I see my friends more now. The ones I pushed away while trying to keep our home warm for someone who was already slipping out the door. And Emily. She's just a chapter now. A bitter, broken chapter I'll never reread. Because in the end, her biggest mistake wasn't that she cheated. It's that she believed I'd stay quiet about it forever.